Welcome back everybody to the channel. Now of course you've come for the title, we'll get onto that in a bit, but let me just get this out of the way real quick. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. If this video does help you, please leave a like, that'd be greatly appreciated, and a comment. And of course once you've hit that subscribe button, please turn on post notifications because there's some good stuff that's going to be coming out well soon. Anyway, you've come here for the title, you've come here for the best controller keybinds or controller custom settings, and that's what we're going to be going over today. Now of course a lot of this is personal preference, but from my own opinion, I believe the custom settings that I have, not my sensitivity or anything like that, because that is of course personal preference. I'm going to be of course giving you tips, but the custom bindings that I have for my controller is, I'd say, one of the best that you can use. Let me just say as well, when you do change to this, it is going to take a while for you to get used to. It took me about a day, but that was a day of fully playing Fortnite. Let me just say as well, of course this video is going to be more of a tutorial style video. I usually do edit style videos and challenges, but I'm going to leave that for another video. I thought I'd just do this anyway because I've seen quite a few videos, but of course I wanted to put out my own settings. Hopefully it helps a few people, I guess. Right, so first off, we're going to go through sensitivity and all my different control options. I guess that's what you call it. Now, as I said, this is all personal preference right here, but if you want to go on mine, it will take you a while because you've probably been using different sensitivity. But as I've said, you're going to need to give this time. It is going to take a while, but anyway, let's get through it. First off, we've got sensitivity. Controller sensitivity X is 0.765. That can be anywhere, I'd say just around 0.75 to 0.8, maybe 0.85, but you don't really want to go over 0.85 on this, and below 0.7, I'd say. This is around the best. You know, obviously this is all my opinion. If you don't agree with it, that's all fine. But yeah, just try it out, guys, and see how it is. Anyway, on the Y, I've got 0.72. Again, around the same as my X, but just a little less because when you're aiming up and down, you need more side to side, I'd say, than down. Anyway, controller targeting sensitivity 3.8, 0.385. Now of course this is when you're aiming down sight, and I've got it really low because when you're aiming down sight you want to have good accuracy, and I don't mind basically in my reticles to just go all over the place. That's why I've got my controller scope and targeting quite low. Now that's one thing that's going to mess you up for sure, this thing, if you've got it a lot higher, but if you've already got that, then that's fine. On to the next thing, controller building sensitivity. I'd say this is very down to just how you build basically. I don't know, I've got in 1.6, which I don't think is necessary to have it that high, but if you're a good builder and you want to build fast, I'd say have it pretty high. Next thing I'd say is HUD scale. Now of course again, this is really down to personal preference. If you've got a smaller monitor, you might want to change this and put it a lot down. I think having it at 0.7, it just frees up so much space on your screen and it looks really good when it's a lot less, I guess. But if you've got a bigger TV and you sit a lot further away from your TV, of course you might want to have this HUD quite a bit more up. Down to controls now. I'm going to speed through these just because I don't think they're that important. Again, it's all personal preference, but these are all mine. Sprint by default, you're going to have that on because the settings that I use, you're going to basically have to have that on. That off, off. Aim assist, of course, on. You're going to want that on. Edit mode, aim assist. Now you're going to want to turn this off as well. That's pretty important because when you have aim assist on edit mode, it kind of messes you up. Turbo building, of course, on. Turbo delete in creative mode. I'm not sure that really matters, but yeah, put that on. Auto material change on, of course. Controller auto run doesn't really matter because you've got sprint by default on. Auto open doors, I'd say off. Auto sort consumables to right, again, I'd have that on for sure because it puts all your consumables to your right, which is really handy. It just does it for you. Builder pro build immediately, you're going to want to turn that on, but I think that you're on custom, it does it anyway, but yeah, for sure turn that on. Controller edit time, it doesn't really matter because you have instant edit on anyway. Vibration, again, that's personal preference. Move on to brightness, I guess. I've got on 0.4. I've got custom settings on my Elgato anyway, so, and that changes the brightness for me, so that doesn't really matter. That's completely down to how your TV works. Sound, again, this doesn't really matter. I've just got these two on 0.6. You don't really need musical. Again, this doesn't matter. Accessibility, I'd say you can change color correctness. You can put on some colorblind modes, but that's for a different video. Right, we'll move on to the controller anyway now. So first off, controller configurations, we're going to want to go to custom. Now I'd say just pause the video and obviously turn it all on the settings that I've got. I made these quite a while ago, so I can't remember how I done it and what I done it, but these really work well. First of all, switch mode to Y. Basically it just changes your build because you don't want your build and your edit to be the same thing, so you can have them instant edits on. You put B to edit. Now I've got, this is one thing as well. Now I've got my pickaxe on right on the D-pad, but that is down again to personal opinion. That's one thing you need to learn, of course, is the number one, the edit is now your circle or B, that your toggle pickaxe is now right on the D-pad. But trust me, as I've said quite a few times now, you're just gonna have to get used to it, but trust me, it's gonna work so well after you've changed to this. Right, yeah, that's combat controls done. Now onto build controls. Going to want to pause this here. Again, this is about the same thing. Edit controls, I've got it as all these. Now, one thing you do need to change on this edit controls is the left stick. That's why you can't have left stick as run. That's why you have to have auto run on. But basically, I like the left stick to be on reset. If you look at the controller on your screen right now, you're gonna want to press the B to start the edit. Usually it's right stick to reset the edit, but I don't like doing that because you can see you're gonna have to move your thumb. It depends if you play claw or not, but if you don't play claw, you have to move your right thumb from the B to the right stick, which I don't like. What you can do is just have your left thumb obviously already on the left stick, just press B with your right thumb. So yeah, just right thumb on the B and then your left finger on the left stick to reset it and back to the B, so you can reset builds really fast on this. But yeah, that's basically all my settings that I've got. So that's it with all the settings now. Hopefully you can just pause and of course take them all down, and again you're gonna have to take time to change to them, but of course the main pluses are you've got instant edit. That's the main thing, and I'd say this is the easiest to use. If you've got any other settings that you want me to showcase on the channel in the future, then please leave them in the comments. And yeah, that's it from me. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. As I said at the start, subscribe if you're new, turn on post notifications because I'm gonna have some good content in the future coming out. Like the video if it did help you, and of course comment whether you thought this was good or bad. You know, I'm up to feedback. But anyway, that's it from me, boys, and yeah, I'll see you later.